You're standing in the checkout line. You've got snacks, a random candle, maybe a pair of fuzzy socks you didn't plan on buying. You didn't come here for this. You're not even sure why you're here at all. You just had a hard day. And somehow, your sadness led you straight to spending. Why does this keep happening? Why do emotions seem to hijack your wallet? And more importantly, how do you stop? Because let's be real, you're not alone. A study from the University of Michigan found that emotional states, especially sadness, significantly impact consumer choices. People who were sad were willing to pay more and buy faster than those who felt neutral. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize they're doing it. Let's break it all down so you can finally take your power back. Number 1. Your brain is wired to chase pleasure. Let's start at the top. When you're sad, your brain goes into fix-it mode. It wants relief. Fast. The fastest way to feel good, dopamine. That's your brain's feel-good chemical. When you buy something, especially something new or exciting, dopamine is released. That's why online shopping feels like a mini celebration. The click, the confirmation email, even the anticipation of the package arriving. It all hits your brain like a reward. But it fades quickly, and once the rush is over, the sadness usually returns. Only now, it brought a bill with it. Example, ever bought something late at night, thinking it would make you feel better, and completely forgot about it the next morning? That's dopamine doing its quick magic and disappearing just as fast. Number 2, sadness changes how you see value. This one is backed by science, and it's kind of scary. When you're sad, you don't just feel different, you think differently. Sadness impacts your judgment. In one experiment, researchers found that sad participants were willing to pay up to 4 times more for the same product compared to people who weren't sad. Why? Because sadness lowers your self-worth. And when you feel like you're worth less, you think buying something will bring you back up. It's not just a purchase. It feels like self-restoration. Example, say you're feeling invisible at work. You tell yourself, if I wear this expensive watch, maybe they'll respect me more. But it's not really about the watch. It's about feeling seen. Number 3, spending feels like taking control. Sadness often comes from things we can't control. A breakup, a loss, a rejection. When life feels unpredictable, shopping gives you something you can control. You pick the color, the size, the shipping method. It feels like a win. But let's be honest. Buying a new sweater doesn't fix your relationship. Ordering takeout doesn't erase the bad news. It's comfort, not resolution. Example, after getting laid off, you might say, I deserve something nice. You buy a new pair of shoes, but deep down, you're just trying to feel in charge of something. Number 4, ads are targeting your emotions, not your logic. Ever notice how ads talk to your feelings, not your needs? They don't say, buy this face cream. It has vitamin C. They say, you deserve to feel beautiful again. Marketing teams know sadness is profitable. They don't just want your attention, they want your emotional attention. And when you're down, you're more likely to click. Example, you're scrolling late at night, feeling alone, an ad pops up. Cozy, feel-good comfort wear, because you're worth it. Boom. Hooked. Number 5, you were rewarded with stuff as a kid. Let's go back. When you fell and scraped your knee, did someone hand you a lollipop? Did your parents say, let's go get ice cream, after a bad report card? Those moments wired your brain to associate sadness with rewards. Now, when adult you feels low, your brain thinks, time for a treat. Except now, the treat is $100 on skincare or $60 in DoorDash. Example, you bombed a presentation. Instead of dealing with the shame, you order sushi, dessert, and a soda. Not because you're hungry, but because your brain wants comfort the way it used to get it. Number 6, you're not naming the feeling correctly. Here's a powerful truth. Sometimes, it's not sadness driving your spending. It's boredom, or anxiety, or guilt, or even jealousy. But when you don't name the emotion properly, your brain reaches for the fastest escape, spending. The more specific you are with your feelings, the easier it is to respond the right way. Example, you say, I'm just sad, but really, you're anxious about bills. So you buy something cheap just to pretend everything's okay, even though it's adding to the problem. Number 7, you built a habit without realizing it. Let's talk habits. You don't decide to emotionally spend one day and stop the next. It builds over time. You feel bad, you buy, you feel better, your brain says, let's do that again. That loop becomes automatic, and breaking it starts with one thing: the pause. You don't need to stop the emotion, just slow the reaction. Example: next time you feel the urge to buy something after a hard day, try this. Write down the item and wait 24 hours. If you still want it tomorrow and you're no longer sad, it might be a real want, not just an emotional one. Number 8. Your environment is triggering you. Sometimes it's not the feeling, it's the space around you. Your couch, your phone, your browser tabs, your TikTok feed. They all have patterns. If your brain knows sad night equals scrolling and shopping, it will follow that pattern without question. Example: you get home after a stressful shift, you sit on your couch, open your phone. Amazon is already logged in. Your brain doesn't even think. It just follows the path. Changing your environment can interrupt the autopilot. Try moving your phone off your nightstand. Log out of your shopping apps. Put a sticky note on your screen that says, "Is this sadness talking?" Number 9. Social media fuels the pressure to fix yourself. Sadness plus comparison equal to disaster. When you're already feeling low, social media acts like a giant spotlight on everything you think is missing. You see someone thriving. You feel behind, and you think spending will help you catch up, but you're not behind. You're just watching someone else's highlight reel while stuck in your blooper reel. Example: you see a friend with a new car. You feel frustrated with your own life. So you buy new clothes, hoping to look successful, even if your bank account disagrees. Number 10. You don't have a better strategy yet. This is the big one. Most emotional spending isn't about money. It's about not knowing what else to do. If no one taught you how to sit with hard feelings, then shopping becomes the default. But there's good news. You can build new strategies, ones that actually help you feel better without hurting your budget. Example: create a bad day toolbox. Not a literal toolbox, just a list of simple, free things that lift your mood. Like, call a friend, journal for 5 minutes, go outside, stretch your body, listen to a favorite song, take a nap. Give your brain new pathways. It wants to feel better. Just teach it how. Number 11. You think treating yourself means buying something. You've heard it. Treat yourself. But somehow, that phrase got hijacked. Treating yourself doesn't have to mean spending money. It can mean resting, saying no, taking a bubble bath, reading a book, sitting in silence. When sadness hits, remind yourself, spending is one option, but not the only one. Example: instead of ordering $30 in food delivery, try lighting a candle and cooking something simple. Not as flashy, but 10 times more grounding. Number 12. You're trying to escape, not heal. Here's where we get real. Spending doesn't heal sadness. It hides it. The cart, the checkout, the packaging, they're distractions, but underneath, the sadness is still there. What heals sadness? Facing it, naming it, letting yourself feel it without judgment. When you stop running, you stop needing the distractions. Example: you're feeling rejected. Instead of buying something to feel worthy, you write down your thoughts, you cry, you take a walk, and slowly, you start to feel like you again. So what now? You've learned the brain science. You've seen the patterns. You've connected the dots. Sadness isn't the problem. It's what you do with it. And spending money, it might feel good for a moment, but your peace, your healing, comes from something deeper. It comes from being honest with yourself, from pausing, from choosing something different, even when it's hard. You have the power to rewrite this pattern, not tomorrow, right now. What emotion usually makes you want to spend? And what's one thing you'll try next time instead? Drop it in the comments.